19 more Nigerians face U.S. deportation. No fewer than 19 additional Nigerians have been named on the United States government's worst of the worst criminal list and are scheduled for deportation. The newly listed individuals were convicted of offenses ranging from sexual assault of a minor, fraud, assault, drug trafficking, and money laundering, among others. A note accompanying the list stated that the convicts were arrested by officials of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and would be deported after the completion of immigration procedures. 15-year-old boy killed in Anambra market attack. A 15-year-old boy has been killed during an attack at Ogbakoba Market Arena in Anambra State, allegedly carried out by members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and its armed wing, the Eastern Security Network. The attackers stormed the market apparently intending to kidnap or rob residents, causing panic as traders and customers fled for safety. The boy was killed while security operatives repelled the attack. A joint task force patrol team stationed at Amiyi engaged the hoodlums in a fierce gun duel, forcing them to retreat into the forest with bullet wounds. The boy was hit by a stray bullet during the exchange of fire. He was rushed to a nearby hospital but was confirmed dead on arrival. Residents protest mining in Ogun community over environmental risks. Residents of Adodo in Adodo-Ota local government area have raised the alarm over what they described as escalating environmental and safety threats linked to ongoing clay mining activities within and around residential neighborhoods. The residents, comprising indigenous landlords and allottees of the Ogun State Housing Estate under the umbrella of the Ado-Odo Progressive Union, accused a mining company of excavating clay, locally known as black soil, dangerously close to homes, farmlands, and access roads. A community member, Akim Alagbe, said residents were shocked by the scale of the excavation and its proximity to residential buildings, adding that earlier protests had forced government officials to intervene. AU condemns Zamfara killings, demands release of abducted women and children. The African Union has condemned the killing of more than 50 civilians and the abduction of women and children during coordinated attacks in Zamfara State. In a statement published on its official website on Sunday, the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, said he strongly condemns the heinous and coordinated terrorist attacks perpetrated on February 21, 2026 in Zamfara State, northwestern Nigeria, which resulted in the killing of more than 50 civilians and the abduction of women and children. Yusuf expressed the Union's full solidarity with the government and people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, conveyed heartfelt condolences to the bereaved families, and wished a swift recovery to the injured. Dangote Refinery targets depot owners, major marketers in new marketing model. Dangote Refinery has resumed the sale of premium motor spirit (PMS), also known as petrol, to major marketers and depot owners under a revised distribution framework endorsed by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. The move represents a significant shift from the previous arrangement in which products were sold to all classes of buyers, including independent petroleum marketers. Industry sources said that the refinery has reverted to a controlled distribution structure similar to the framework introduced in October 2025, when only a limited number of major marketers were granted direct access to products. Why youth must be empowered by Tuga. Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Maitama Tuga has underscored the importance of youth inclusion in governance and national progress. He described young Nigerians as active partners in shaping both national and community development. The minister made this remark during an interactive evening with Nigerian youth hosted by Dio Israel at the Youth House, where discussions focused on leadership, diplomacy, and the role of young people in advancing the nation's global and domestic priorities. Ambassador Tuga emphasized that Nigeria's development trajectory depends significantly on harnessing the ideas, innovation, and participation of its youthful population. He urged young citizens to remain engaged in civic processes and policy conversations that shape the country's future.